Pyro, motherfucking Mayfield. Dope boy fresh.
Dope boy fresh from my head to my feet, bitch. Dope boy fresh, serving fiends in the street, bitch. Dope boy fresh, I'm a monkey on them trees, bitch. Dope boy fresh, I know they see me. Dope boy fresh season. Dope boy fresh season. Dope boy fresh season. Dope boy fresh, I know they see me. Dope boy fresh, I be cleaner than a mannequin. Dope boy fresh, in these streets ain't no panicking. Dope boy fresh, yes I lead by example, and I'm dope boy fresh. My nigga, I wasn't handed shit. I pass niggas like a damn assist. I ball out like a big shot. I am the man it is, and her ass is thongs like a flip flop. Rolling blunts of that tree chop, and it's in the wind like a T-top. I rock steady and bebop, my nigga, I'm on cloud now. Trap star, I'm cool, nigga. Basketball like it's school, nigga. Strapped up with the tool, nigga, and I'm dope as fuck. Spoon whipping, spin it up, that check hold, then get dope boy fresh hoe. Stop worrying about the next hoe, my nigga. Now let go. And I'm a neat freak, I beat beats, I grip the green like new cleats. I'm a street geek, never retreat unless it's on vacation. I get it poppin' like bacon. Her drawers dropping, she naked, cause the top spot is taken. I'm fresh as fuck. Dope boy fresh from my head to my feet, bitch. Dope boy fresh, serving fiends in the street, bitch. Dope boy fresh.
Yo, what is up? Welcome to the latest and greatest edition of Sentell's Intel Live on Facebook. I am your host, the sensational Sentell Wiseman. Hold the applause, people. We have a great show today. So much to discuss, so much to get into today on the world of sports. Got the drama in Cleveland, of course. Paul Finebaum saying crazy, ridiculous things about Clemson fans. Also, we got drama in Dallas. What's new? Also, maybe might get into a little Jordan Spieth conversation. If you don't know who Jordan Spieth is, he is the golfer who won the Open Championship over the weekend. But we may not get to that point. But I'm looking forward to hearing you guys for your phone calls and your tweets and some of your comments right here that I can see. So we're going to have a great show once again. Thank you for watching, however you may be watching or listening. We're going to start the show off with a opening rant because why not? I feel like ranting. It is not sports related. It's something that's on my mind, so I have to get it off my mind. So y'all bear with me as I go through, my little opening rant right here, how I do. So sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you again for watching. But this rant, it's something that I've always said for years. I've told other females this. I've told my friends this. I've said this in random conversations to people. I've always said this. An attractive woman, and Lord knows attractiveness is to the eye of the beholder, but a good-looking woman, you know when you're attractive. You know when you look good. I mean, you know. But I've always said an attractive woman should never be one thing. One thing an attractive woman should never be. Never. An attractive woman should never, ever be broke. Now, I ain't saying you got to have a nice new car or a new house, but a woman, an attractive, good-looking woman should never be broke. And I would always follow that up with, if I was a good-looking woman, I would never be broke. And I know what you people out there thinking right now. You're thinking that I'm advocating to go out and be what y'all quote a hoe. Because here's my philosophy, and people can tell you this, that I've never, ever like to coin that phrase on women. Because to me, you can sleep with whoever and how many people you want to sleep with if you're single and if you're doing it right. So I am not advocating that y'all would call being a hoe. I am just simply telling you that women, you have a lot of assets. You have a lot of things at your disposal. So I'm always curious to find out when you guys say you're broke. And I'm trying to figure out, understand. I can't understand it, how a good-looking woman can be broke. A good-looking woman should never be broke. And I know you're saying people going to talk about me and call me this, that, and the other. But I just told you, I don't use the word hoe because I don't do that. And you know, the people that the men we know who the hoes and the sluts and the thoughts are. Like, we know who they are. And the reason why we know who they are, we know who they are. We know who those people are. What I'm trying to tell you is you can do these things and nobody even know about it. Nobody has to even know. Nobody has to know. All I'm saying to you is you can go out, get you. I ain't telling you to sleep with the whole damn town or the whole county. I ain't telling you to do those things. I'm just telling you to get you three solid guys that you know that can keep your pockets filled up for your services. And look, me, I ain't never walked up to a woman in my life, and at 35, I ain't never walked up to a woman and just straight out handed her no money for her services. But I've dated for years. And if you live with a woman or have a girlfriend, a serious girlfriend, you pay for it indirectly every day. You get her nails done, you get her hair done, you buy her fly outfits, you pay your bills, you pay her insurance or her phone bill. You pay for it indirectly. But with the same sense, a good-looking woman, because I see a lot of you on here posting about you struggling. I done heard it from you guys that you're struggling, you broke, and I can't figure it out. You have powerful, powerful tools at your disposal. You should never be broke. A good-looking woman should never be broke. You got something that is way more valuable than a lot of things. It's priceless almost. And I know we out there, men out there going, hey, we got power. We got power too. We got a little bit of power. We ain't got the power they got. See, a woman, she can go to Lucy Love's shop. She can go to Pandora's box. And she can get something similar, something almost to equal that. But you can't go nowhere on the planet and get nothing equal to a real woman. Nothing. There's nothing like a real woman. You can't get that nowhere. There has nothing been invented for you to go get that can simulate a real woman. That's all I'm saying. But if you are a woman, a nice looking woman, and you are broke, there's something really wrong with your personality. You are evil to the core, or something is just really wrong with you. If you are a nice looking woman and you're broke, constantly struggling, something's wrong with you. Like, something serious is wrong with you. That says a whole lot about your personality. It says a whole lot about you. But that's been my philosophy for years. Like, if I was a woman, a good looking woman, never be broke. Are you kidding me? Broke? Like I said, I ain't talking about getting a house and a car. I'm talking about, keeping your phone bill on, keep your phone bill. Can you rent, pay here and there, your car note? And some of you girls got this thing on lock. I ain't gonna call you out. Some of you know this game. Some of you got this game down pat, and I applaud you. Because if that's you, I ain't talking to you. This ain't for you. This ain't for you. But if you nice looking, you should be broke at all. And I ain't telling you, I'm not advocating that you go out, provide your services for everybody. You got to pick the right one. You know the right one I'm talking about. You got to pick one that work at Pirelli, the railroad. You got to pick one of them. You can't pick nobody who work at McDonald's or Burger King. You got to pick the right one. And you just get you a couple of them and you just lay low. Nobody has to know that you are doing these things. Nobody has to know. Just keep that on the hush. But I don't want to see. I don't want to see all these posts about I'm struggling and I can't make it. I don't want to see that. Especially if you're good looking. Now if you know you ain't good looking or not, you know when you're not good looking. Okay, it don't apply to you. But if you just somewhat attracted to somebody, you shouldn't be broke. You should never be broke, women. Good looking woman should never be broke. Like I said, if I was a good looking woman, I'd never be broke. Matter of fact, I have everything. I have all the latest apparel. Nicest phone. I had the nicest everything. Everything will be fly. Because y'all got all the power. Y'all got a lot of power. You don't even damn know it. Some of you don't even know it. But that's my rant for today. We're going to transition to what this show really is. It's a sports show. So we're going to transition. Of course, stories in the news today, this week is the drama in Cleveland surrounding Kyrie Irving, desire to want to be traded. Of course, that leads to why you want to be traded. Reports are he doesn't want to play with LeBron James anymore. It's just a bunch of he said. So I asked you guys earlier on the poll question, pick a side, which is funny because I'm not going to pick a side. I'm not, because I live by this, it's not a motto. It's just something that I always have said, that two things can be true. Two things can be true at the same time. Is Kyrie being selfish, an egomaniac, being spoiled, perhaps being a little babyish? Yeah. Is LeBron self-centered, passive-aggressive, hard to deal with, always want attention? Yeah, he is. So two things can be true. But I'll focus more on Kyrie, the desire to want to be traded. What you have to realize is Kyrie Irving was the number 1 overall draft pick. Let me say it again. He was the number 1 overall draft pick. And when you are the number 1 overall draft pick, you see yourself in a certain way. It doesn't matter what we think, what I think. It's what he thinks. Because when you are the number 1 overall draft pick, and Cleveland thought the same thing. When you're the number 1 overall draft pick, we pick you and say, we're going to build this team around you. You're the centerpiece. We're going to build our team around you to your strengths. This is your team. That's when you take the number 1 overall pick. That's what you're saying. You're the number 1 overall pick. You are our guy. So fast forward 3 years later. Well, 3 years ago. Kyrie gets an extension, a 5-year deal, max money at the time, $90 million, which seems like chump change now. Drew Holiday got $125 million. But hey, that is another subject for another day. But Kyrie signs a 5-year deal, a 5-year, $90 million deal 3 years ago. Okay, so they're giving you $90 million. You're the franchise guy. You're our guy. We're going to build a team around you. You are the guy. 11 days later, LeBron says, I'm coming back home. Oops. So what is, you think Cleveland told LeBron, nah, bro, we good over here. We good. We don't need you. No. So now, okay, LeBron gets to Cleveland. So obviously LeBron's here. Guess what? Well, this is his team. We're gonna build around LeBron. We're gonna send a piece around him. Every player we get is gonna be based on his strengths. So in 11 days, you went from I'm the guy, I'm the man, they're building a team around me. Now all of a sudden LeBron's here, they're building a team around here. And let's face it, LeBron made all of these moves for Cleveland. He wanted Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins. He got it. He wanted Chris Bosh, but Chris Bosh wouldn't come to Cleveland. So he made all of these moves. So Kyrie's sitting back. I went from the guy, the centerpiece, the build team around me, to now watching another guy come back here. not only is he on the team, he's making all the moves for the team. And like I said, when you're the number 1 overall pick and you get a max deal 3 years later to be the guy, I understand Kyrie's point. But I can also understand the LeBron count too. Because it's like, hey, even with LeBron being so difficult, because he is a center of attention type guy, he is look at me, always, all the time. He always wants attention. When they win, he wants all of the attention. When he loses, he deflects all the attention. Very passive-aggressive person. So I see both sides of the argument, because it's like Dame Lillard said, I would love to go to 3 straight finals, But he doesn't know what Kyrie and LeBron are like off the court. He doesn't know the inner workings. He doesn't know what struggles are going on. To most of us, it's like, this is very selfish. And like I said, it's selfish. But most of these guys, professional athletes, are selfish by nature. You have to have ego. You have to be selfish to get to what these guys have gotten. You don't become a professional athlete if you don't have an ego, if you're not selfish. You're kidding yourself if you think otherwise. What has happened is we've seen the last few years guys have sacrificed and have went the complete opposite of selfish to attain team goals. Well, Kyrie has achieved the team goal, and he's willing to sacrifice winning chips just to get heels. And that's how he sees it. We can look at it as stupidly. I don't totally agree with him, but I see his point. I understand where he's coming from. And I understand LeBron's point. I'm a big LeBron fan. But 2 things can be true. Kyrie's being selfish. LeBron is tough to handle, tough to deal with. I mean, you got to realize that on 3 or 4 separate occasions last year. Now, check this out. LeBron publicly stated to the media 3-4 times, we're not good enough, or we need more, or we're top heaviest, you know what. I'm sure in the back of Kyrie's mind, he's going, you don't think I'm good enough. If you're saying we can't beat these guys, we need more and more and more, you're saying I'm not good enough. That's what you're saying. You're telling me I am not good enough to win a championship. If I'm the second best player on this team, that is what you're telling me when you keep saying we need more help. We're not good enough. X, Y, Z. So those type of subtle shots that Bron takes through the media, and he does do that a lot, and he does tweet a lot. I follow him on Twitter. But those things weigh on people. We see it from the outside. Man, you're winning all these games. You seem happy. But it's just like any bad relation. It's just like any relationship. We might show you something outside or appear to be one thing, but when our doors close, you don't know what's going on. And this is nothing more than a bad breakup. And you're going to pick sides based on who gave you the information. It's like a bad breakup. If I tell you, if we go to my exes, she tells her family that I ain't shit, that I was a dog, I was trifling. They're going to take her side. If I go tell my family she was lazy, wouldn't do anything, wouldn't work, wouldn't clean, then they're going to take my side. And this is the same way with this. You can take a side if you want, but it's based on what information that you have or who you got it from. This is nothing but a bad breakup. Most breakups end badly. They hardly ever end on good terms. Rarely end on good terms. Because somebody's always going to get the short end of the stick. And it's just a bad breakup. That's all it is to it. But if you want to chime in on your comments about Kyrie and LeBron, number is 864-378-5943. Phone lines are open now. If you hadn't noticed, 378-5943 if you want to comment about the situation in Cleveland, whose side are you on, Kyrie or LeBron. I just gave you about 5 minutes of straddling the fence because I'm not on either side. because I see both points. But if you want to chime in and give me your take on it, comment right here or call in 864-378-5943, 864-378-5943. And while I wait for people to chime in about Cleveland, LeBron, and Kyrie, I'll transition and talk about Paul Finebaum. For those of you who don't know me well, let me say this. I am not a Paul Finebaum fan. Period. I do not like the guy. He is one of the things that I hate most about sports. I just don't like the guy. Never have, probably never will. He went to Tennessee. He's a Tennessee graduate, but somewhere along the line, he crawled in bed with Nick Saban, and now he's up his behind every day, and for the last at least decade, he's just insufferable. But anyway, he had a huge meltdown the other day on his show about, which I don't watch. I just had to listen to this because I was talking about it on my show. I don't watch his show. And he was on there killing, just berating a Clemson fan. The quote was, how dare you put Dabo Swinney in the same breath as Nick Saban. He said, who does Clemson think they are? They think they're the king of the college football world. When did they become the it school of the country? And more just inflammatory stuff. And my thing is, they are the it school. When you win the championship, that's what the hell that means. That means you are the best. That means you are the top dog. That means you can talk junk for a whole year. That's exactly what that means. And I work with a lot of people who like Clemson. I listen to the station who represents the Clemson area. And to be honest, I haven't heard any of that. I haven't heard any just like we better than everybody or this sense of entitlement. No, I haven't heard that at all. Other than just bragging and, hey, let me win a championship. You want to see bragging? You want to see being boastful? That'll be me. Let me win one. But I've listened to these fans. They have not once have I felt like they were insufferable or over the top with their comments. They the champions. They are the it school. And for Paul Finebaum, who is the worst on TV, one of the worst, to sit there and just talk down as if Clemson has no right to talk as if they're nothing. That's crazy talk. 6 straight 10-win seasons. Back-to-back playoff appearances. There only been 3. They've been to 2 of them. They won one. And damn, they won another. I mean, for you to talk as if Clemson has nothing, has done anything, it's just asinine. But it's just another example of him pushing his agenda, this SEC agenda. And my team's in the SEC, but if you know me, if anybody knows me, I don't push the SEC agenda. I am a straight shooter. I call it like I freaking see it. Alabama has been great the last 7-8 years. Everybody else has been pretty bad, mediocre. Everybody else has been pretty bad. Other than Alabama, the rest of the SEC has been trash. Do you want to be – if I don't want to be nice, other than Alabama, it's been terrible. But for Paul Finebaum to go on his show and berate Clemson fans and talk down to Clemson fans, I just hate it. I don't like him. I'm not going to say hate while I'm on air. I just dislike him a lot. Because you're right. Yeah, Dabo Swinney hasn't accomplished what Nick Saban has accomplished, but he hasn't been in coaching as long as Nick Saban been in coaching. But like I just said, the last 6 years they have won 10 games. The last 6 years they've been to one less playoffs than Alabama has been to. They got the same number of championships in that amount of time. So for Dabo is 89-28. If I'm 89-28 in 8 full seasons. If I'm correct, I think I'm correct on that. That's pretty damn good. But I listened to the interview just because I wanted to hear what he said, and he was just so like, how dare you speak of Clemson in the same breath as Alabama? Like, that was his whole demeanor. That whole conversation was just, I just didn't like it. I don't like him. I just don't like him. Phone lines are open if you want to get in and talk about Paul Finebaum somewhat disrespecting Clemson. You can. 864-378-5943. If you want to talk about Cleveland's drama, Kyrie, LeBron, whose side are you on? I'm on either side. I'm straddling the fence. I'm doubling down on that. Also, the Big Ten media days. Switching gears to college football. Big Ten media days started yesterday. They concluded today. And in my research of the Big Ten, I found out that the media doesn't even pick a preseason all-conference team or pick division winners or anything. I had no idea. But there's a couple of writers actually get they get together and they pick a team, like 38 writers. They get together and they pick a team and they pick a winner. I have some of that information. I'll go through it in just a second. But yeah, if you want to talk about Paul Finebaum, whatever, and you want to talk about Cleveland, LeBron, Kyrie, number is 864-378-5943. Remember, if you're watching me, turn down your sound just like the radio. So get in here and talk about said information. Yeah, look, man, Paul Finebaum just pushing his agendas. That's all it is to it, and it's sickening. It gets over the top. It's one thing I'm for this conference. This conference is good, but when you just get the way you just almost delusional, like just delusional, like where does it stop? That's why I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. But since I'm talking about the Big Ten, I'll give you what the writers picked Ohio State to win the Eastern Division, and they picked Wisconsin to win the Western Division. I think Penn State was second in the East. Northwestern was second in the West. I'll give you the first team offense and the second team offense back to back real quick. First team offense, quarterback is the guy who's been at schools for a decade, J.T. Barrett, Ohio State. Running backs are Saquon Barkley, Penn State, Justin Jackson, Northwestern. Receivers are Sammy Cobbs, Indiana, Jawan Johnson, Penn State. Tight end is Troy Fumagalli, Wisconsin. O-line is Billy Price, Ohio State. Brian Allen, Michigan State. Mason Cole, Michigan. Sean Welsh, Iowa. And Jamarco Jones, Ohio State. The kicker is Emmett Carpenter, Minnesota. And Janarion Grant from Rutgers is your kick returner. Your second team offense is quarterback is Trace McSorley from Penn State. Running backs are Akroom Wadley, Iowa. Mike Weber, Ohio State. Receivers are Jazz Peavy, Wisconsin. DJ Moore, Maryland. Tight end is Mike Gesicki, Penn State. O-line is Tyreek Cole, Rutgers. Boa Benzanosh. Ooh, that's a tough one. Boa Benzsquawel, Wisconsin. James Daniels, Iowa. Nick Gates, Nebraska. Ryan Bates, Penn State. The kicker is Tyler Davis, Penn State. Kick returner is Paris Campbell, Ohio State. That is your first and second team offense for the Big Ten. I'll do the defense in just a second. Phone lines are open if you want to call. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943 if you want to talk about Cleveland drama, if you want to talk about Paul Finebaum's comments about Clemson fans. I'm about to touch on Dallas Cowboys in just a few minutes. If you want to talk about that fiasco, we can. I mean, it's just I don't know what the hell is going on in Dallas. I just don't know. I just don't know. Not that I can't say I'm not happy about it because I can't stand Cowboy. Well, I hate their fans. I shouldn't say hate on the radio. I mean, I despise their fans. I like some of their players. I don't like them to do good because their fans will be happy. So I guess I do root against them because I don't like their fans. I just, their fans are just the worst people on earth. Their fans are just awful. Like, they're just awful people. Like, they just are. Like, they walk around. I talked about entitlement earlier, a sense of entitlement. That's how Cowboy fans walk around, with a sense of entitlement, as if they have done anything in the last 25 years or so. Am I correct? 20, whatever. Since 95, since the season of 95, they haven't won anything of consequence. 21 years, 22 years, but they walk around as if they won a Super Bowl last week. They walk around like they done won 6 of the last 7 Super Bowls. If you ever talk to any of these people, they amaze me. I can't talk to many. I know one. He's a good guy. No, don't you? Hey, I like some of their players. I love some of the Cowboy players. I just don't like their fans. I can't stand their fans. But listen, I'm going to give out the Big Ten. Let me do the Big Ten defense, first and second team, and then we'll talk more about whatever the hell it is going on in Dallas. In the meantime, the lines are open if you want to call in. 864-378-5943. We could talk about Paul Finebaum and Cleveland's mess, Dallas. Anything, anywhere you want to go, we can talk about it. I'm open for anything. But right now, let me read off this Big Ten first and second team defense real quick. The D linemen are Tyquan Lewis, Ohio State, Rashawn Gary, Michigan, Maurice Hurst, Michigan, Sam Hubbard, Ohio State. Linebackers are Josie Jewell, Iowa, Ted Scales, Indiana, Jerome Baker, Ohio State. DBs are Rashawn Fant, Indiana, Marcus Allen, Penn State, Chris Jones, Nebraska, Goodwin, I don't know who. Igwe Buke, Northwestern. He always a guy that go to Northwestern, smart guy. This guy's probably a genius. Punters Blake Gillikin, Penn State. Punt returner is Janarian Grant, Rutgers. Second team defense for the Big Ten. D lineman or Steven Richardson, Minnesota. Jalen Holmes, Ohio State. Nick Bosa, Ohio State. Connor Sheehy, Wisconsin. TJ Edwards, Wisconsin. Jack Sitchy, Wisconsin. These are linebackers, I'm sorry. Jack Sitchy, Wisconsin. Linebacker Jason Cabina, Penn State. DBs are Dakota Dixon, Wisconsin. Derek Tyndall, Wisconsin. Denzel Ward, Ohio State. Montre Harag, Northwestern. Punter is Joe Sharper, Penn State. And punt returner is DeMornay Pearson, Nebraska. That is your Big Ten first and second team defense. Lines are open, 864-378-5943. 5943 if you want to get in here and talk about the drama in Cleveland. Whose side are you on, LeBron or Kyrie? You can pick a side if you want. I chose not pick a side. But if you can pick a side, you want to call in and give me your take on that, I'll be more than happy to hear it. Paul Finebaum's ridiculous comments about Clemson fans. And, Dallas. Dallas gives me enough content to do a show by itself. It used to be an old TV show for you young people called Dallas. It was a drama set way back in the day. Not way back in the day, but in the 80s. for you millennials, that's way back in the day. In the 80s, a TV show called Dallas. It was like the #1 drama for years. Well, right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they have a real life Dallas. Because every day, it is something. Every day. They have multiple guys suspended for marijuana usage. They have guys who have been accused of domestic violence. They have guys accused of pulling out guns on random people. They have guys stealing Twinkies, allegedly. Yesterday, they cut a man. They cut a guy named Lucky Whitehead. At the time, he was accused of burglary, stealing $40 worth of knickknacks, and they cut him. This morning, Jason Garrett comes out with this stern statement that we know what's going on. We will not tolerate this and blah, 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 blah. So they cut Lucky Whitehead for this alleged incident. But yet, they don't do anything to Dez Bryant, who showed up 3 hours late for the first day of minicamp. Why? He said he had a sinus infection. The day before, he had just had a cookout in his hometown. It's all over the YouTube. You can watch the video. He looked very, he looked very healthy to me. He showed up 3 hours late. Derek McFadden missed the flight to the training camp facility. He overslept, apparently. Nothing was done to him. Zeke Elliott is in the news every week. They haven't suspended him. But Lucky Whitehead, very expendable. They cut him as soon as bad news broke, they cut him. And guess what we found out late in the evening today? It wasn't even him that committed the crime that he was accused of. So Lucky Whitehead is out of a job for something he didn't even do. But yet, the Cowboys continue to make excuses for Zeke Elliott, make excuses for Dez Bryant, Dexter Lawrence, Randy Gregory. The list goes on and on. Nolan Carroll, who signed with the team like a week before he got into his off-the-field trouble. They didn't cut him. I don't know what the hell is going on in Dallas. I'm just glad it ain't my team. And my team stinks. But I'm just glad it ain't my team. Because you're not winning nothing. You're not going to win anything, even though you got tons of talent. You don't have the leadership at the top. Your coach is a puppet on a string. He jumps when Jerry says jump. He's so happy when He is so happy when Jerry lets him go talk to the media. He is so excited. You can see it in his eyes. He's so happy when Jerry lets him talk and says something important. That's why he was so amped today by cutting Lucky Whitehead. He was so happy to cut Lucky Whitehead. He was so amped that Jerry let him make that announcement. You don't win when your leaders like Dez Bryant show up 3 hours late on the first day of camp. You start running back in trouble every week. Then not to mention your defense stinks. They're not going to win anything. You're a playoff team because of talent alone. I'll give you that. You won't win the division this year. It's just sad. It just stinks in Dallas. Jerry Jones allowing what they used to say, the inmates are running the asylum. Star players get away with anything. And he lets them get away with it. So that's Dallas in a nutshell, people. America's fraud. If you want to talk about what's going on in Dallas or Cleveland or Paul Finebaum, the number is 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943 or LYIF, like I used to say. If you want to get in here and discuss any of what we're talking about, you can do anything you want. We can go anywhere you want. You know, Big Ten Media Days, you don't get a whole lot out of Media Days. I did watch a little bit of Media Days, and I was impressed with one PJ Fleck. If you don't know PJ Fleck, he coached Western Michigan for the last couple of years, led them to a New Year's Six bowl game. Had a lot of success there. He took over at Minnesota, and I was impressed with him today because anytime you have to sell Minnesota as a program, that's a tough sell. But he was just so alive today. Hold that thought. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Man, my name is Cowboy Gravy.
What's up, Cowboy? I don't know if you want me to call that, but go ahead. You got a question or a comment?
Nah, I hear you talking about how Paul Finebaum dissing our fan base is garbage, but you dissing the Cowboy fan base in the same manner. Now, I mean, what's up with that, bro?
Two things can be true. I am indeed trashing your fan base, and you want to call me on it, that's fine. I just call Finebaum on his crap. You can call me on my crap.
I just did, bro, 'cause I promise you, we ain't no different from any other team. It's just we are the Cowboys. Man, you think Dez Bryant the only NFL player been late for a meeting this year, man? Do you really think that?
Bruh, it wasn't a
Will you be willing to bet on that?
Hold up. Let me say this. It wasn't a meme.
And second thing is, Dez Bryant ain't our leader. Jason Witten is a leader. Dez Bryant's not no leader, dog. Never have been, never will be. So you just stop that. And Zeke Elliott ain't been convicted of nothing. That's the problem with the league. They try to burn it, and the media try to burn these young black males up. That's the problem. Now, you want to get into it? We can get into it now about this now. This dude ain't been convicted of nothing. How is the NFL bigger than the law?
Now,
you tell me that.
Now, what I would agree with you on is I hate when the NFL comes behind and circumvents the law. You're right, because he hadn't been convicted of a crime. You are absolutely right.
Oh, I know.
But when you find yourself in this, and your name keeps continuing to come up in things, then that is smoke. That's probably fire. Don't you agree?
No, I don't agree.
It's amazing.
I don't agree with that. He ain't been proven guilty of nothing. They put his name at a bar fight just because he was there. Because he who he is, man. He a Dallas Cowboy, man. They still try to get Michael Irvin. They tried to get Michael Irvin the other day for sexual assault. But you don't hear nothing about the charge getting dropped. Now, have you?
Hey, this is.
Would you agree with me on that?
About Michael Irvin or about Zeke?
Zeke, too.
Look, this
the boy was innocent, man.
I'm not. Let me tell you something. One thing I do not agree with is he's innocent of nothing. That you are kidding yourself if you think he's innocent of nothing. That's too many altercations. There's too many incidents for you to have your name out there and you think he's done nothing wrong at all.
The law says he ain't done nothing at all.
Well, that's only one.
Now, if you breaking the law by being in the bar, hell, I'm guilty. I was in one the other night.
No, let me tell you something.
But I don't play for the Cowboys though, bro.
He was not.
They say he did not. Eyewitnesses say he did not have nothing to do with the fight. The police say he had nothing to do with the fight. Come on, man.
That's out
there. And then about the sexual assault stuff. See, you can't play with no man life like that. these girls out here thirsty, bro. And they try to get, man, I know a girl said my homeboy because he worked for Michelin. You think they ain't going to set no brother up play with the Cowboys?
Man, I am not disagreeing with the fact that that stuff goes on all the time. You are absolutely right. But the initial report that came out about that bar fight was that he broke someone's nose. And then a few days later, no one knows what happened. They can't find any of the witnesses. Everybody's all foggy now. Why do you think that is?
That's how I got it.
Hey, I appreciate
the police say he had nothing to do with it, bro.
Well, of course, yeah, of course. Hey, and everybody.
And you know they don't care about no young black man when we getting gunned down. They arrested Nate Newton when he had all them pounds of reefer. If it was that Cowboy started to get you through, they wouldn't have arrested Nate Newton back in the day. You feel me? So you can't just say, oh, the Cowboy had something to do with this disappearance. No, the truth has something to do with the disappearance. And the truth is, the brother man ain't been convicted of nothing. They try to do the Pat-Man Jones with this dude, man.
I just believe that it's too much smoke not to be in the fire, bro.
Well, you know what, bro?
Too many altercations, and I know he's a hothead. Been too many reports of him getting into certain things because he has a bad temper. I've heard this from several people. Read this in several articles that he has a bad temper and like to go off at any moment.
These people write these articles, they hang with Zeke Elliott.
Hey, man, these people got sources just like I got sources.
I ain't got no sources because the only source is the truth is Zeke Elliott. I don't hang with Zeke Elliott, but the truth keep coming out from the police saying he ain't convicted of, he ain't been convicted of nothing, bro.
Oh, I agree with the domestic thing. He's not been accused of anything. But
what about the ball fight?
I'm worried about all of this stuff because
what about showing the girl breast that everybody done did at the Mardi Gras or something like that?
Nah, bro.
She wasn't mad. Why should anybody else be mad about that?
She slapped his hand. What you mean she wasn't mad?
She was not mad. Why she press no charges then?
I mean, of course she didn't press charges on the man, but damn, she did
why
slap
not?
his hand.
Why not? Because she wasn't cool with it.
Because she want to show her breast when she want to show her own breast.
Man, stop it, man.
Look,
stop it, man.
Listen, look at the narrative. You're a Cowboy fan, so of course you're not gonna be objective at all about this.
You know what though? I'm a fan of Cowboys. That's true. But I'm also a fan of the truth, man. Man, stop. The media drags these dudes, man. You fall in right with them.
I'm not falling.
You fall right in just because you hate the Cowboys that much.
No, I like Zeke. I told you I hate their fans. I love it. Somebody.
Well, Mike Vick was guilty. Mike Vick had dead dogs everywhere.
Say
he was guilty.
Huh?
You say Michael Vick?
No. I say I like a lot of Cowboy players. I don't like their fans. I like a lot of their players. I like Zeke, and that's why.
Paul Finebaum.
And that's why I'm really upset that he's finding himself in these stupid situations but it's tough on him because you give a young man that much money, you give him fame, you give him celebrity, and he starts feeling himself. I can't imagine what he feel like because they got to give you a sense of entitlement, power, and it's tough on him. But he got to get a hold of himself. Don't you just think for a second that he's just quiet boy.
Listen to this though. How do you know he feel entitlement? You don't know that man personally.
Look, man.
That man might be humble as a mud, man. We don't know that, bro. We just can't go off what these people saying out here about these kids, man. These young men.
Well,
you can't just go off what they saying, man.
Okay. I ain't gonna say. I'm going off what his actions have been telling me. He's finding himself. His
actions is he innocent. So you can't even say that, bro.
Okay.
But what I know is he was one of the best running backs in the league last year. Now, no facts that I know of.
No, that's facts. He's one of the best in the league. That is fact, and that's why he getting away with a lot of stuff he's doing because of his talent.
And people missing the bigger picture, man. They trying to make these boys look bad, man, out there in the media. Now, the other dude, he did get convicted of domestic violence, but the rest of them dudes, man, come on, man, stop it, man.
Well, we going.
Dan Bryant ain't the only person been late to a meeting this year. I'm pretty sure of that.
Bruh, can I say this to you first?
Go ahead,
wasn't late to a meeting. He was late to that first damn day of training camp. The first day of training camp.
That ain't never happened before?
I've never heard of it happening.
Yeah, man. 10 people have done that, man.
The first day of training camp, you 8 years in the league, the first day?
Man, it's not happened before. Don't fool yourself in thinking.
I'm not saying everybody's at every meeting, but the first day of freaking training camp, and you late?
Man, if there was somebody playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, it wouldn't even been no article about it.
Hey, man.
It's a simple fact that we're America's team. We're America's team.
Fraud. Go ahead.
We're the highest grossing sports franchise out there right now.
Fraud, but go ahead. Hey, you got a point. You will have a lot of attention. But you know that when
we get all the attention, because you know why?
You put that.
Go look at the records when the Cowboys on TV, man.
When you put
look at the records. Why you think I ain't even got to have an NFL package? Because we're going to be on TV every week.
You got about 9 primetime games this year. But we all know that comes with the territory. That comes with being a Cowboy. That comes with putting that star on your helmet. You know that going in. That is part of the deal. You can't use that as an excuse. You know that going in the deal that the media going to be on you. That you're going to have all your moves are going to be followed. So don't act like if you don't know this going into the situation.
So just act like I ain't human and I can't make no mistakes and I don't deserve no second chance. Listen to me though, which I appreciate Jerry Jones giving a lot of brothers a second chance when there's people out there who won't give them that.
Because you about to put your foot in my mouth.
You think Robert Kraft gonna give a black man a second chance?
He gave some second chances out.
Who?
Corey Dillon. A couple people signed it. He just gave.
Corey Dillon ain't need no second chance. He just needed a new team.
Hold up. They signed Michael Floyd last year off a DUI stop.
You know what, man? Michael Floyd didn't even touch the field, though, did he?
Whatever. They still signed him.
Man, look here, man.
Hey, we gonna.
You know, it ain't the same. What I'm talking about.
We gonna agree to disagree. I appreciate you calling, bro, but we're gonna keep the show going. Thank you for calling, though, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. That was a Cowboy fan, and obviously, he is glass half full and seeing the lenses through them star-colored glasses, so he can't see anything wrong. He got some good points. Obviously, he's not been convicted, and I said last week, I hate when the NFL goes behind and circumvents the law and makes their own rules. If the guy got found not guilty, he got found not guilty. But don't think for a second that pulling of the shirt, the bar fight incident, two more incidents that didn't get out to the media, involving fights that he's been involved in. A fight at Ohio State while he was there that didn't get reported to the media. I mean, he's a lot of trouble is following you. So understand this. He is not absolved from any of this. There's a lot of smoke. There's pretty much some fire somewhere. Will them convicts ever win another championship? Speaking to the Cowboys, will they ever win another championship? Of course. In my lifetime, I hope, hopefully it's a long time. I'm sure they'll win another one. Not while Jerry Jones still alive, they won't win another one. No. You can't win when the owner want to be the coach. I told you, Jerry. I told you my thoughts about the coach. That guy, Jason Garrett. I had no respect for him whatsoever. They won't win another one while Jerry Jones alive. Not while he's the owner. That won't happen. If you want to get in here, the lines are open. 864-378-5943. You want to talk about Paul Finebaum. You want to talk about Cleveland's drama, Dallas, whatever's going on in Dallas. Big Ten Media Days started Monday, concluded today, if you want to talk about that. Anything on your mind in the sports world. I was going to touch a little bit on Jordan Speak, but I only got a few minutes left. Do I want to touch on that? No, I don't know if I want to touch on that now. I want the lines to be open and people to call. That's what I want for the last few minutes. I want phone calls. That's what I want. 864-378-5943. 864-378-LYIF. Get in before I got here, people. That was an interesting phone call. That's the kind of calls I want. banter back and forth, defend your team, make your point, make your case. I want to hear from you people. 864-378-5943. We can talk about anything. I'm open for any kind of business you want right now. 864-378-5943. This is Sentell's Intel live on Facebook with the sensational one, Sentell Whiteman. I'm your guides, of course. We've talked about LeBron and Kyrie, the he said. We've talked about Paul Finebaum. We talked about Dallas Cowboys and that drama. So many things we talked about. Oh, we got another phone call. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
I'm calling to ask you about the Tar Heels next season.
Hey, turn down. If you're watching me, turn it down real quick. Turn the volume down. If you're watching
This
me,
is Drew.
yeah. If you're watching me, turn down the sound.
I ain't watching you no more.
Okay, thank you. All right, good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Drew. I'm calling from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
The 615.
Yeah, the 615. What you know about that?
I used to live in Tennessee, man.
Okay.
What's
I'm
up?
from Tennessee, but I'm a Tar Heel fan. What you think about next season? Back to that?
Basketball?
Yeah.
No, they lost a lot. You lose Justin Jackson, who was probably your best player. Kennedy Meeks is gone. I'm missing some guys I know. But they'll be good. North Carolina, they annually keep a good team. They're not recruiting as like Kentucky or Kansas or Duke is right now. So they started to develop players over a couple of years to get real good. Not really counting on freshmen. But you still got some talent. Seven Woods is back, if I'm not mistaken. Britt. But you lost the point guard. Barry. You lost Jackson. You lost Meeks. You lost a guy off the bench. I can't remember the 7-footer. I can't remember his name. He was a young guy. You lost Hicks.
Who would be better than Michigan State? That's all that matters.
Will you be better than Michigan State? I like Michigan State. They had a young team last year. Miles Bridges, and then the big kid on the inside. I can't remember his name. He was a freshman too. I like him a lot. I think Michigan State will be better than North Carolina next year in basketball.
There's no way possible you truly believe it.
I do believe that. Izzo is better when he have more experienced team. They were really young last year. Their best players were young. They'd be better. Carolina had the better team. They had the better team last year. They had the depth. They had the talent. They had the experience. But usually when Raw has a team, that if he doesn't have the clear-cut best team, he doesn't win with less talented teams. That's just not his.
Roy, top 3 coach of all time.
Oh, huh? Did you just say that?
He got 2 national championships. 3.
He got 3.
national championships.
So you taking him over who? Give me your top 3.
I think Roy, Coach K, and you can throw whoever else you want in there.
You got Raw number 1.
Yeah.
This phone call is done. This phone call is over. Hey, you have anything else?
That's all I got for tonight.
All right, thank you for calling, bro. All right, that was interesting. Roy Williams, top 3 all-time coach. Words I thought that I would never utter out of my mouth, even in a repeat form. Roy Williams, a top 3 all-time coach. Let that sink in for United America. That right there, Roy Williams, number 3 all-time, top 3 all-time coach. Whew, Roy Williams. I don't even know where to go from there. I don't even I don't know where to go from there. Few more minutes left. I'll keep the lines open just for a few more seconds. Maybe get few more calls before I go. 864-378-5943. We talked about some of everything. We just had a college basketball call, even though we're in the middle of starting football season. We went over the Big Ten, first team and second team offenses and defenses. We've talked about LeBron and Kyrie. We talked about Paul Finebaum. We talked about the dysfunctional Dallas Cowboys. We hit a whole lot of things in this hour. Like I said, I'll stay for a couple more minutes just to see if I can get a couple more calls, because that was funny. Roy Williams, top 3 all-time coach. I can't believe I just heard that. Did anybody else hear that besides me? Because I just heard that. That happened. That happened right here on SI. That just happened. Roy Williams, top 3 coach of all time. That just happened. 864-378-5943. I'll keep the line over just a couple minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget, 2 weeks from yesterday, August the 7th, we'll start our week of college football previews. Monday, we're doing 2 hours ACC preview. I have 2. The show is so big, I got 2 guest hosts for that show. 2. Tuesday, Big 10 and Big 12. And then Friday of that week, Pac-12 and SEC previews. Do not forget, you will not want to miss that. Starting August the 7th, ACC previews. And we're going to end it on Friday with the SEC. So, looking forward to that. I know you guys are. Football season is fast approaching. We're less than 40 days away. I cannot wait. I know you guys can't wait either. If I don't see any activity on my line, I'll get the number one more time, 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. This has been one interesting show. You never know what you're going to get with this live show. SI is we're moving. The arrow is point up. We want lively conversations like this every week. I want more phone calls. I want more comments. I want it all. I want it all, people. Well, I don't see anything happening. I'm gonna get out of here. This has been Sentell's Intel, affectionately known as SI. I am your host, Sentell Wideman. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will see you next week. I am out.